do I know? Yo, 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 mic check 1 2 1 2. It is saying that I'm live. Joseph, you there? Now, how do I see the broadcast? I don't think I can. So, can you see the broadcast? I can't. Okay, is there people in the live? I don't know. Uh, hey, Chuck. Yeah, I got it. All right, I can't see y'all for some reason. It won't let me see the chat. So this is Joseph. I don't show my assistants' faces or their real names for that matter, because I'm a witch. And with being a witch, there are witch wars. Okay. And I would never want somebody working with me to be attacked. So if anybody wonders why I have my assistants so incognito, it's because for their safety. Not that I couldn't protect them, but I don't want to have to spend my energy protecting them all the time when I can simply just eliminate that. Right, Joseph?
That's right.
So
Thank you.
So I brought Joseph on because as someone who does all my admin stuff, answering the emails and stuff, allowing me to be able to do what I do, work, he gets a lot of the questions and the messages that need to be relayed to me. So I wanted to talk. What were we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the rules of manifestation as a whole. Okay, Joseph, you could actually take if you want to ask me anything in particular, you can feel free. But as far as I get a lot of questions like, okay, how long should you wait for a spell to work? When do you consider, spell work a fail? Like, say, if I have a client and they hire me on a specific day, like, when do you consider it a fail? My answer to that is this. I always say 90 to 180 days. That's 3 to 6 months. That's 3 to 6 lunar cycles. Okay? It's not 1 to 3 months. All right? It's 3 to 6 months. Okay? So, when do I consider it a fail? I don't consider it a fail till, honestly, it's been a year. Because let me just put it to you this way. You have to be in a healthy place to manifest a healthy relationship. Okay? This is a collaborative effort. Joseph, why don't you help me out here? Do I just have you just talk to myself?
Yes, we did it for
So this is us working together in tandem. That means follow fucking rules. Okay? And don't fucking think I'm stupid and don't know when you're up to some shit that you think you're gonna like pull one past me. Oh, I've been following your rules for this one. Bull fucking shit.
She always knows.
Always. And I play stupid a lot of the time just to see how far you'll take it. Okay, but because one thing I can't stand is a liar. One thing I cannot stand is a liar. And I'll smile and nod you to death, but I know what time it is. Okay, so if I say not to do something or to do something, it's for a reason, not just to hear myself talk. Okay, what else, Joseph, do we want to talk about?
Let's see. Oh, one thing I do want to mention.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. And it's better for you in your manifestation. I don't need you blocking me. And I honestly, you're free to ask me, but this is a process. This isn't like I post a 10-minute video, 5-minute video, and I'm done with your shit. Not even close. So if you want that, there's plenty of other YouTube witches that will oblige you. A 5-10-minute video, and here you go. Done. Okay. Aside from that, read the chat, Jay. What else is in the chat? Anybody asking anything I can't see? Don't ask me for a fucking book report on your work. It's not gonna happen. Me or as a whole? Well, me personally, all right, you can't, this is why I work with the cycles, okay? With the moon phases, astrological charts. You're not going to do the same spell over and over and over every fucking day. You want to give it a little time to actually hit the atmosphere. Just like anything, I think. Can you guys hear him? I can hear you. Are they saying they can hear you? Maybe that's my train of thought now. This whole chat is now I'm getting aggravated. Can you guys hear him? So I'm like I'm talking to myself this whole time. Okay. There is no mute button on my side. For you, is there a mute button on your side? Yeah, I hear fine. Anyway, huh? Wait, say that again. If you're hurting and angry, how do I change the vibration to positive so it'll manifest quicker? I wouldn't. I would wait till I'm really not hurting and angry anymore. Or use that shit on some dark work. But don't try to, if you're not experienced with that, then don't even just try to put yourself in a whole different mood when you're actually not hurting. You can't just fake not being hurting and angry and then be like, okay, I'm going to pretend to be happy and let me just do this. Hell no, it doesn't work like that. Like right now, you could tell I'm at a lower vibration. I have an attitude problem. Why? Because I've been doing dark work. This is waning on. So my whole vibe is like, don't fucking talk to me. Like, I'll bite your fucking head off right now. I didn't even want to do this live, but I'm like, what? We gotta get some shit like straight, okay? Because I feel like I'm very clear, but with how I do things, and I'm the type of person like you don't have to work with me. There's plenty of other witches out there. Why do people want to work with me? I'm good. I don't bullshit people. This is what it is. Things take fucking time. There's not no Harry Potter ass shit. This is a fucking Disneyland. And another thing, we'll get to that later. As far as your vibe goes, don't. Like, you're really in a bad mood, wait until you're not in a bad mood. Listen to somebody that's gonna make lift you. If not, completely don't try to do love work. Don't try to do anything that requires positive or higher vibration. But what you can do is fuck some shit up. You can use all that anger and all that hurt and just fuck some shit up, and that's what I do. The vibration has to match the energy you're putting out there. Now, as far as the first person that asked, when do I know when to give up on a case? After 6 months, I'll stop working it consistently, and then I'll still do. Now, things always are constantly evolving, constantly changing. When I first started, my longest case took 6 months. Then as time went on, I had little stragglers that took 8 months. Then as time went on, I had stragglers that took a year. So now it's like, okay, when do I consider a case of fail? At this point, it used to be 6 months, then it was like 8, 9 months. Now it's a year because I've seen it happen over time. Over time, things are constantly changing. There was a time that I never failed a married couple. Like they were legally married, I never failed. As of now, I have. And I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit. I'm not God at the end of the day. At the end of the day, do I have a good success rate? Fuck yeah, I do. I have the best probably in the business. I don't give a fuck who gets mad for me saying it. But, you know, I'm not God at the end of the day. I've never claimed to be God or have God-like powers. Am I a powerful bitch? Yes. But certain things, if they're just not meant to be, they're not meant to be. Free will is at the end of the day. If God doesn't take away our free, all we can do is manipulate it. Okay? But we can't take it from you. God doesn't take it. The higher power doesn't. In every religion, that's the common theme. The one common thing is all acknowledged. There's free will. Man has free will. So, you know what I'm saying? What other questions? Joe's reading me the question. Why would she say? I'm nuts. Eat my dicks in the back, bitch. Get the fuck off my channel. How about that? Anyway, I'm nuts. You're the dumb bitch in somebody's chat room talking shit. Nobody gives a fuck about you, little hoe. How about that? Anyways, so yeah, it's a collaborative. They can't hear you. They still can't hear you. They heard you in the beginning, though. Oh, that's weird. Okay. At the end of the day, it's a collaborative effort. Okay. Your That's a good point. Okay, so a lot of the time, like I will bring a couple back together, right? Well, at that point, if I'm doing reconciliation work for you, that should be it. But a lot of people need to be there to, like, if they up again or whatever. At that point, it's not your job to keep the relationship. You know, I'm not gonna be there forever to keep your relationship. Something on you. Okay, you have to make the necessary changes. It's I work with you guys in the physical world aspect and in the spiritual aspect. Okay, if you don't change certain behaviors, you're gonna fall in the same trap over and over. Okay, so that being said, that's another thing. A lot of you now, I understand a lot of you want to follow rules and not do anything to fuck up, but a lot of you want like any little. I'm hearing it. Is that your phone? Yeah, turn it off. Any little exchange, if I allow exchanges with the person, say if there's my client has kids with the target, whatever, there has to be some exchange, right? But some of you are very dependent, like literally every little text or every little anything you want me to tell you how to respond. I feel like I'm working with a lot of you guys for months. Over time, you guys should learn. I've taught you. That's what I try to do. I teach you and try to instill certain things in all of you that you should take with you. That you don't need me for every little text or phone call to guide you through it. Because sometimes I'm not going to be available, like over the holiday. You know, if I'm not there, I want you to be able to take, okay, if I'm allowing an exchange, because there has to be, let's say, for a reason. I would hope that I've taught you all enough over time that you'd be able to have an exchange without me right there saying, okay, say this or say that. You know, kind of more. Echoing? Okay. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. Now let me go back. Say you come to me for a spell work on prosperity. Prosperity work and reconciliation work are two different things. What's the difference between them, you ask? One doesn't involve someone's free will, unless you're trying to persuade one particular person to like hire you for a job or something like that. One is just guiding abundance to you or guiding the right energy to you so that you can prosper. The other is manipulating someone's will. Okay. But both, what they have in common is you both have to take the initiative in the physical world as well. You can't be getting, let's say on a marriage binding work to sweeten and like keep the marriage together, which I do recommend. If you get a reconciliation, once you reconcile, you should get a binding. Okay, but if you really want to stay with that person, bindings are serious. But anyway, you don't want to get a sweetening on your marriage and then turn around and be a cunt every single day and start cussing out your husband and shit like that. You don't want to do that. Okay, you want to keep the vibration positive. It's a collaborative effort. Okay, there's rules to this thing. It's not like this is just, get what you want right away, how you want it. Like, not sometimes does it happen that way? Yes. But I also notice the people that are in a healthy place in their lives, like, and actually love themselves and don't, aren't like constantly questioning, oh my God, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, how do you manifest for someone like that? How? But they'll be the first ones to be like, oh, but I do have faith. Oh, but I do believe in you. I really, really do believe in you. I do believe in the spirits. I do believe. Like, dang it. Oh, and one of my clients got me this ring. Isn't it pretty? Shout out to Raquel. Thank you, Bill. Like saying it, lip service, and actually doing it are two different things. Like, you can't constantly be like, talking to your friends or talking to whoever. Some of my clients get together and start talking and then, okay, I don't mind clients doing that, but when one is on a good vibration and actually does have faith and the other one doesn't, you're kind of bringing that other person down with you. So take that for what it's worth. Yeah, you're constantly questioning it. Oh, or when it hits that 90-day mark, oh my God, it's not working. Like, it was going to be 1 to 3. Did I say 3 to 6? Some more, some less. I really shouldn't be giving time. Like, that's a general rule, but everybody's different. You have to calm the fuck down. Faith is like half the battle. Half the battle, whether you're doing your own work or having it done. Your belief, your faith, and this is law of attraction. This is energy work. This isn't some bibbity bobbity boo shit. Let me wave a magic fucking wand and all your dreams come true. No. Like, even when it comes to manifesting, where I wanted to be at in life, it took 2 years for me to actually get almost 3 to the place where I wanted to be, and that's prosperity work. It's evolving. And Joe, you wanted to talk about something else, but now they can't hear you, so there's no point. It's weird that I can hear you, but they can't. Does anybody else have any questions? Okay, it's okay. Let's start with one thing at a time. Sorry, Joe, I haven't added to this because my vibration's low, and I got to do more dark work tonight, so I can't be on here all day. Anyway, Can you fuck other guys basically at the end of the day, or girls, and when you're getting work done on a specific person? Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? In my opinion, yeah. Anything that gets your mind off the work and off of, because this is why, like, there's a method to everything that I do. And I always, over time, like, I learn, like, I soak in stuff like the sponge. So if I know a particular thing works, I'm gonna go with that thing. And I always notice the people, and this is why, like, I used to always kill myself doing, oh, a whole fucking book report on work. And then I said, you know what? People that are constantly like wanting to clock every single thing, those are the ones that take the fucking longest to manifest. The ones that just, they're like, okay, you know, I'm trusting. At this point, I mean, if you don't trust me, don't fucking work with me. I mean, this is magic. This is not something that people could bullshit you in a million ways. So, I mean, you kind of have to trust the person you're working with, and I get it. But anyway, the people that just kind of like, okay, here you go, it's in your hands. Guess what? Those are the ones like this, like this, like this. And that's why I said, you know what? When I stopped doing that shit, it took away a whole block. It's like and there's a lot of witches that work the same way I do. It creates a block. But anyway, so anything that takes your focus off of the work and off of that person, because there's an energetic shift. You ever notice when you're in a breakup and you stop thinking about that person? You're gonna find that's when they call you. Or that's when, because that's a shift energetically. When you're together, you're usually on the same plane, right? So when you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you, and vice versa. When you're apart and you're broke up, it's like a seesaw. It's like you go from this to now this because you're apart, right? So when they're up, you're down. Down, you're up. So when they're thinking of you and obsessing over you, you're not. So it's always healthy to have a physical outlet and something else to take your mind off of things. And a lot of the times the universe will bring you, the spirits will bring you other options. I always ask that in my work. Like, okay, if the target, that the goal is the target, but if that target's detrimental to you or going for your future, your spirits are not going to. But will they bring you other options? Absolutely. You have to be open to it. And I've had a lot of clients just meet someone else, fall in love with them, and then the other motherfucker that they wanted now wanted them back, and now they're like, I'm over it. Win-win. Right. Can they hear you yet or no? So Joe was talking about a work I did. He was actually a client of mine, and I did some work for him on this hill, and he wanted to basically see her fucked up. And I told him, like, with curse work, you know, unless they're like the type of person to go crying about their business to everybody, you may or may not actually see them going apart. And it took a while for him to actually do it. Now, he wanted this girl at first, and then over time, you know, he realized she was not shit for him. And now the girl won't leave him alone. And he got to find out that she was completely fucked up, like went to Gamblers Anonymous and all was in rehab and all that fucking shit. So he got, you know, sometimes things aren't going to manifest exactly how you want them to, but it's always going to be in your best interest. And that's just keeping it real. That's real. If you're constantly working on something and it's not manifesting for you right away, there may be some things you have to work on. There may be healing you have to do within yourself. When you're in a healthy place in your life, you will manifest a healthy partner. People that are not in a healthy place mentally and emotionally, how are you going to have a healthy relationship? You're not healthy with yourself. The other question was a cleansing bath. Okay. A good cleansing bath is salt, pepper, turmeric, if your skin can handle it, cinnamon, peppermint, bay leaves, boil it, throw some alcohol in there. What else? That's the idea. Yeah. Now, that doesn't mean you can never, oh, question, okay. That's so weird that they can't hear me. The bindings last forever. That's the idea. The idea is that you're bound. Okay, but the thing is, that doesn't mean you can't never break up, because again, you don't have free will. It just means that somehow you always find your way back together. Now, in some instances, like I bound my husband a long time, my ex-husband, and I undid it, but still won't divorce me, so I'm still legally married, technically. So sometimes you could bind someone and unbind them, and they still, just won't. So you got to be real careful with that. But yeah, if at the end of the day, free will is free will. Now, the idea is that you'll always find each other again. But a lot of the times, what will happen is you'll just never be able to completely move on, and they won't be able to completely move on. So they'll move on, but there's always like a piece of them that's attached to you, always. So be careful who you bind, and if you do, either keep the binding somewhere, like bury it where you can find it again, so you can undo it, or have the practitioner send it to you so you could always undo it if you need to, because once you bury or put it in a river or something, I mean, so I don't know why I did this video. The whole point was kind of to like make some things clear about the rules to manifest. Like there's rules behind it. You have to be in a positive vibration. You have to have faith. You can't just lip service me to death. I have faith, I have faith, I have faith. Yes, I fucking have faith. But then your actions and your vibe don't match that at all. You'll notice as soon as you just like, oh, I'm like, okay, she got this. That's when shit will happen. That's Raquel. Thank you, Raquel. She got me the thing. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I wanted to make it clear. I've had stragglers take a year. Really difficult cases, straggling ass cases that at one point in time, like I said, I never failed a married couple. Well, there's a first time for everything I did. I'm gonna keep it real with you. If any witch sits up and is like, yeah, man, I have 100% success rate, eat a dick back, okay? That's just not possible. It's just not. That would make you God. Nobody has, but over time, like like I said, I never failed a married couple well officially. I mean, it's been a year, maybe it'll eventually happen. I don't know, but I did fail a married couple, and in that it has been a year and it hasn't manifested. And that's just keeping it real. But there could be a lot of reasons for that. But the point is, and this happens to be someone who they're in one country and their husband is in a different country, so makes it really made it really difficult. But overall, that was the first married couple I failed, and hopefully the last. Because marriage is like it's a spiritual binding in and of itself. So there's an energetic link there that other people don't have. So my whole point was just to say, you have to be patient. This isn't fucking Harry Potter or the world or some other shit. This is energy manipulation. A lot of people think this is just instant gratification. Like, okay, snap my fingers and it's gonna happen. No. And anybody who works with me up front knows. verbally and on paper, I let you know. This is the general time frame. Less, not to say right when you get at that lower end of the spectrum that you start panicking. That just fucks up your work when you do that. Oh, counting these days. Oh, 90 days. Oh no. No. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Anything else? Sorry, I'm like real bitchy. I have to be in this mind frame. After tomorrow, actually 3 days from tomorrow, I'll be back to love work and I'll be lovey-dovey and I love y'all again. But right now, this is why I really don't go on when I'm remaining. Well, first off, let me say this. Oh, now you guys can hear him? Okay, great. Oh, they can't. Oh, okay. How do you reverse curse word? Well, let me say this. Don't be cursing people if you're going to want to reverse it later. Because that means you shouldn't have been cursing them in the first place. However, that means you give a fuck enough to want to reverse it. You give a fuck enough to want to reverse that shit, don't do it, for one. Because just don't do it. But if you do have to do it, the best thing to do is to get a white figure candle representing the person. Get some clearance oil, hex breaking oil. Get that from Botanica. Make your own with olive oil, salt, black pepper, cayenne pepper, but you have to bless it for removing negative energy. Because you can use those same things to help people with. So you want to pray over it, and assist to reverse negative energy. Put olive oil, because olives are actually good for protection and cleansing. And then put that, carve their names and dates of birth 3 times, 9 times, whatever. Don't think that shit. And then do like a ring of salt around it, and then light the candle, and you chant or pray, remove the hex I cast, blah, 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 blah. But be aware, when you do curse words, you're trying to reverse it because you shouldn't have done it in the first place. There may be reasons behind that. Curse work should be done with no remorse. Have remorse, then you shouldn't be doing it. And have remorse, and you actually, that means you might get in the ass. So, like when I take a client, first of all, when I first came on, I would never even take curse work. Beg me to take curse work. Didn't know, fuck that, I'm not doing it. And then as time went on, like I said, over time things changed. And I saw some of the fuck boys and fuck girls in this life that deserved it. And so I have to be in a mindset that's like, fuck this motherfucker. They're gonna get it and not give a fuck, not even think about it. Now, if later that client comes to me and says, "Oh my God, please take it off," that's on you, girl. I'll start getting a conscience because my deities don't play that shit. Once I stick them on someone, it's over. So, anyway, I'm gonna have to get off. Joseph said, "Don't take him seriously. He's my bodyguard. Like he's like my brother sometimes, and you're not allowed to be an asshole to them. No, I'm only allowed to be an asshole. That's out of love. Yeah, but he said basically like he comes off like it's just because he's just my buffer so that I can get my work done. And it's so funny because even when I had Alif, people thought she didn't really exist because I have them so incognito. That's why I went out of my way. And of course, they would only, thank God they could definitely hear you in the beginning, right? For sure. But I made it a point to have him on here without his face showing or anything because, first of all, why the fuck would I make up an assistant? That's so stupid as fuck. Like, it insults me, but whatever. So he's basically just somebody that helps me with my emails and, billing stuff and, just the administrative part of it so that I can get my shit done. That's it. So, yeah, I hope anybody who works with me, I hope I taught you guys enough. I want you to absorb the shit that I'm teaching you. Don't just, let me just navigate you through this fucking maze. And then this way now you're in the maze by yourself and I'm not available. And you're like, oh my God, should I text him this or should I say that? Well, you've been working with me for 4 months now. Do you not know what to say on your own? Because I've been coaching you because I'm the only witch that I know of in the community that has this under her belt, this experience, this knowledge to be able to teach you. There's one other witch that I think does too. But did you not learn anything? Like, I'm not going to be, contact with 90% of my clients. We're still friends. But what if I die tomorrow? I'm not always going to be here to hold your hand and walk you through things. So absorb what I'm teaching you now. Take fucking notes if you have to. Look at examples that I've sent you previously as a template, because a lot of it's the same shit over and over, the same type of text messages, the same type of exchanges. A lot of people have children together, or they're going through some kind of, immigration thing together. So they have to have communication. So if I'm allowing communication, I've taught you enough to learn how to respond to certain things and how not to respond to them at all sometimes, So try to absorb. I'm going to do a whole channel, honestly, because, all right, when you're manipulating in like a love situation, like reconciliation, that sort of thing, what are you manipulating? You're manipulating energy, right? Well, with the human body, what is energy? What's your feelings, your emotions? That's all energy. That's the energy we're manipulating. So what is that? That all equals psychology, right? So in the physical world, that's what you manipulate. I teach you guys how to manipulate that on a physical world level to match the vibration I'm putting out on a spiritual level. And that's how you get good results. Now, if that doesn't work for your situation, I'm sorry to tell you, then it's not meant to be. Then it's not, there is nothing to manipulate. Or it just wasn't meant to be. Because I guarantee you one thing, and a lot of people think I'm cocky, but oh wow. If I can't get it done, baby girl, baby boy, nobody's gonna get it done. I promise you that. Promise you that. Promise. And nobody's ever went to me and I couldn't get it done and then went to somebody else and like, oh, it worked. Never. Okay? Never. So if I can get it done with a combination of magic and teaching you, coaching you, sorry. Sometimes there is no contact for a few months before I get to that stage. Okay, now they're contacting. What do I do? Sometimes it takes a little bit to get to that. So just because you're still like in that silence mode, there's a reason for all of that. There's a reason for it, because somebody can't be obsessing over you and missing you. You're constantly hounding your fucking phone. Why? Why would you? How? How would you be obsessed over somebody who's obsessed with you? How? It doesn't. Are you ever obsessed over somebody that's obsessed with you? Answer me that. Riddle me this. Don't work like that. Obsession goes one way. It doesn't go. Now, when you're in a relationship and you're in love, maybe you can both be like obsessed with each other. But when you guys are broken up, or you're not together, or you're trying to get with that person, obsession goes one way, baby girl. What else before I get off here? All right, y'all. I love y'all more. I wish I could see the. I hate this Hangouts thing, and they can't even hear you, so that was like pointless. I could have went on regular, but I hope you guys, enjoyed it and come off too bitchy. You guys know I'm usually like, but it's new moon. Don't eat none of that today. And that fucking cunt that was in my live talking shit, little bitch. Be careful. Anyway, fuck with me on the moon. That's a bad idea. Bad idea. Cause I don't give a fuck. I curse trolls for fun. Not give two fucks. Not two fucks. Anywho, I love you guys so very much. I really do. Let me not get too lovey-dovey right now. My dog's so handsome. I can't even look at him when I'm doing dark work. He just gets me off. All right, y'all. So I hope this helped. I mean, maybe it only helped those of you that are actually. This is not just if you're working with a professional. This is for yourself. Do your work. Believe in your work. Forget about it. Set it. Forget it. Do the work. Believe in your work, and let it the fuck go. Do a booster, a little. It's not moving. Every moon phase, full moon, new moon. And you could do a little one in between, but after 6 months, if you haven't manifested yet, leave it. And a lot of the times, it is manifesting. You just don't know it. It's just moving certain things out of the way, and getting you to a healthier place. Maybe you have a better job first, or maybe they do. Or there's a lot of things. You don't always think because things are not happening as fast as you want them to, but it's, it had certain things have to happen. You have to be in a healthier place. Maybe they have to be in a healthier place. Maybe that's what the universe is working on. Don't just be so quick to be like, So, anyways. Raymond, I love you, Raymond. He said make sure to say toodles, bitch, before I leave. Don't worry, I will. I love you guys so much. I really do. And you guys know I've cried with a lot of you. I literally sit there and cry with you guys. Like, it's out of love. If I didn't fucking love you guys, I wouldn't sit there and cry with you when you're crying, or feel your pain. It's out of love. So if I let you have it, it's in a way that, because I know you're fucking up and you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. You're not honest with me or whatever. So it's out of love. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go now and let Joseph get back to work. He has enough. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick little video. I got to meet Joseph for a minute, I suppose, but that really irritates me. That didn't work. But anyways, happy new moon, y'all. I love you guys. Gotta go. See you in the next video. And toodles, bitch.